Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Excel to create a table and also the plot, and also how to put the table and plot in a Word document and change it to a PDF. So first of all, we are going to put this table in the Excel. So we are going to type in the title of each cell. If right here, if this cell is not wide enough, you can use your cursor to change it to a bigger one. So I'm just going to use select this one. I'm going to select copy and paste, and I'll do plant 2 and plant 3. And we also have right plant 1 and 2, 3. So this is 2 and this is 3. Okay, and the top right here, the example table asks you to have also a big top right here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to select all this top cell over the headings, and what we're going to use this button right here, and we're going to merge all this merge cells. So now all the 5 become 1. We're going to type height in centimeter. So again, when you have data, you do need to include the unit. And now we want to put it in the center. We're going to use the formatting. Let's move this over a little bit. Let's see where the formatting. So formatting center is this one. We're going to make it into the center. Now I'm going to switch this data table on the side for a little bit. We have from week 1 all the way to week 2 and all the way to 8. So this is really quick. Excel is very smart that it can recognize the patterns. So I'm going to type 1, 2, and I'm going to select these 2 cells. Now I'm going to just drag, and you will notice that when I'm dragging, the number next to this drag cursor, the cross right here, going up and down, and we want 8, and that is 8. And absolutely you can type in manually as well. Now the next thing is we're going to put all this data in 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and 10 for the first one. And you immediately notice that on your example table it had 1 decimal places, but what we type here does not. So this is a very easy fix. We are going to just format this cell for increasing decimal places. So this is a button right here. You can decrease or increase. Now we want increase, we will just click on the increase. And another way to do this is if you want all this cell to have 1 decimal places, you can select this cell and then use right click on your computer, and you are going to look for this format cells. So in the format cell for this one, we want decimal places to 1, so you can change it because this is a number. Before it's general, now it's number. So we're going to click on the number and then put it as decimal place 1. You can always increase or decrease that decimal places, so we will click OK. So either way, and if you want to extend all this setup to all these cells, you can click all these cells selected and do the same. We're going to do format cell. Even you don't have any numbers here yet, but whatever number we want to put in here is 1 decimal place. So we'll just select this and So now if you want to put a number in, for example, we are going to put 3. Now it will be 3.0, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, now you notice that all this number I just put in have one decimal place. So we'll do the same real quick for the rest of this table right here. 5, 7, 7, 7. And then the next one is 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 5. And then the following is 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. And the last one is 0, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, actually I missed one. This is 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, now this table is created. Now next, in a scientific journal or report, we require a so-called 3-line table format. So what does that mean? So that means on this whole table, this is a whole table right here. On the top, at the bottom, we'll have a line. So we are going to format it. I'm going to first select the area of this table, and then I'm going to use this border option right here. I'm going to first add the bottom border, and then I want the top border. Okay, so if we move the cursor on the side, you will notice that here I have a top line and here is the bottom line. Those are 2 lines already. The next line is between the data right here and the heading. So this is our headings. So we are going to select this heading. Now at this moment, heading already have the top line. What we want is the bottom border. So that is how to create this table. Now we have this table. The next we want to move this table actually back to the Word document. That is how we can create a beautiful lab report with data table. So what we will do is we are going to just select the whole table right here, and you are going to copy. You can use a Command C or Control C on the Microsoft Windows, and we are going to open a Microsoft Word. I have a blank document, so Microsoft Word is right here. So I'm going to just do paste, so Command V. So what I have is that data table. I put it here. So for data table, let's redo that. What did I do? What did I do here? I think I accidentally insert a. I'm going to delete that cell. So delete the whole row. Okay, now I'm missing my bottom line. I'm just going to just add that bottom. Okay, so this is my data table. So for data table, I do need to have a title. So all the time, what you are going to have is this title that right over the table. So we can call it table 1, blah blah blah. You can give a name, and for some reason, if when you copy this table is a little too wide for a page, what you can do is you can click on this table, and then you can use a control with a click. So the right click, you can actually format this table properties. So the regular page is 8.5 inches wide, and if we say we want to choose this table maybe 6.5 to make it a little nicer looking, let's see what would happen. So it will shrink this table a little bit, and you may say, can I make each of the column a little skinnier? You can absolutely do. You are going to move your arrow around. When you see the left and right arrows, you can actually move your cell to make your cell wider or skinnier. Okay, we'll do this, and see that pretty good. if we want fit, then maybe we can use different. Let me see. Okay, something like this. I think we can make a little better. I want to fit just one line, so let's see if we can do. Okay, so that is a table. I will just stop right here, and you will do the same for your plot. So we'll just do one plot here. Go back, and we are going to do our plot is this. The first one is for our wheat, so we're going to select that first. Okay, select that, and we'll insert our scatter plot is right here. So scatter plot. Did I type something wrong? Okay, I think this needs to be 0 or something. Okay, now we have my scatter plot as example. Now we are going to first, okay, in the scientific report, actually this title is not needed. So at this moment, if you want to add a title, you can. So this is a height. Oh, I spelled that wrong. The wheat plant, for example, something like that. Okay. Now, when you have a plot, the first thing you want to do is you want to have the axis. So you are going to click on this plot, and we're going to go to the chart design. We need to add the axis. So chart design, we're going to add element axis titles, primary horizontal, and also primary vertical. So vertical, that is the height of the wheat, for example. Okay, that's a unit, cm, don't forget the unit, and this is a week. Okay, so that is how you add the axis. And now we are going to add a linear regression. For example, I'm just going to do one. What you are going to do is you are going to click on one of this data set, and if you notice on your Excel data table right here, this 2 column is highlighted. The first column always will be the x-axis, and then the second or third or fourth will be the y-axis. So now I have this set for the wheat plant too, and I click on that. I'm going to right click, and then you are going to add a trend line, and that is my trend line. Okay, and now I'm going to format trend line. What's going on here? And I'm gonna move back. Now I have this format trend line. I want to display equation on the chart. Okay, and that is the first equation, and you will do the same for the others. I'm not going to do this no more. And now most of the cases, this grid line right here, we don't need it, so we're going to click on the grid line. That is my requirement for you as well. We're going to delete this grid line. Click on it and click delete, and you do the same for the other one. Okay, so this is just one example. I did not finish the whole chart. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this plot, and then we're going to Control C, and we're going to move it here, Control V. So that is how you put your plot into your Word document. And for plot or the figure, we are going to give a name, right? Figure 1, for example, the plot for the growth, for example. Okay, you can give a descriptive caption for the figure. The plot of the growth for wheat plants that week, for example, something like that. Okay, so that is how you put your table and the plot onto your Word document. So now the question is how we can save this. First of all, when you work with the Word document, always just save it. Okay, you can save wherever you want. For example, I save on the desktop for now. And then next, after you finish your work on the Word document, you are going to convert it to PDF. You are going to use Save As. And when you save the file format, now we want PDF. So we will change PDF. You can have two options. So basic for printing is fine for now. So we'll just export. Okay. Now export as a desktop. We call it height of interest, something like this. Okay, this is one. Let's open it up to have a look right here. Okay, so now this is a beautiful PDF document. And when you create your document, another thing I want to remind you that probably it's good to put your name on the top and experiment number on the top as well. If you want data, also welcome. Okay, not data, the date of the experiment also should be on the top as well. So that is how we use the Excel and the Word document to create a very nice looking, very scientific, formal lab report document. That is the end of this little video.